Hey there, welcome to my review on the Epson EcoTank ET-8550. I just got this guy. These printers used to be about 800 bucks. Now they're going on sale for around 550, and I picked one up because the current printer we have isn't doing great with photos. There's some lines and stuff, and I heard good things about this guy. So I'm gonna get things unboxed and hooked up and do a couple test prints. We will see how things look. Got things open up here. As far as what's in the box, you're of course gonna get a manual, a CD, which I find is pretty comical. They give you a big bag if you're ever going to transport or store it. They give you a big bag to put it in to do that, and you get a little sample of Epson's glossy photo paper. And of course, you got the printer itself and the ink tanks and the cables in the side here. So let's get things set. Got it out of the box. Now, as you can see, we got some blue tape all over the place. You do have this Start Here guide, which is going to go over all the places where you're going to find the blue tape, because I assume, yeah, on step 2 there, you can see that there's going to be some under things that we'll have to get to. One nice thing about this is that they tab the tape. You can see they like fold it over at the end, so you've got a place to pull up, so you don't have to be picking at corners to get it up. So hey, that's a nice little touch. That's cool. I don't know if I've seen that before on printers. Maybe it's the norm now. Been a while since I got a new printer, but nice touch. And now we're on to the front side. As you can see, pretty much the same situation going on here. We've got more of the tabs, so keep on trucking. I think we've got all of the blue tape taken care of. There was a lot in nooks and crannies. You got to open it up a bit. Another nice thing is that the bottles of ink that you get are vacuum sealed. So in the event there's one of these sitting on a shelf for a while, I think that'll help with, keeping evaporation to a minimum. So nice touch. It is important whenever you're filling the ink tanks, keep them out of reach of children, and do not drink the ink. Yeah, make sure you don't get confused and think you're grabbing for your coffee and get one of these and take a swig. Apparently that's a bad idea. Now, you do get a couple of black inks. You get a regular black ink, and then you get a photo black ink. You do get a warning on the screen to make sure that you're using BK, and then you also have some indicators here so that you know you're putting stuff in the right place. All right, and we're off. So we got the BK on there, going in the BK, and you can hear it gurgling a bit, filling up. So just an observation, we are filled up now on the BK, and I'm sure this is going to be the same for all of them. And we do have we got a little bit left in here, but the, I don't know, it's almost like the packaging has either the tint has completely tinted it during shipping, and so it's difficult to gauge exactly how much is left in here. I would wager we're down to, this mark or below. There's not a lot left in here after filling up from what comes with the process goes for filling these up. It is nice and neat. You get this little guy. It's got like a plunger stop on the top, so when you tip it upside down, you're not going to have a giant mess. You just set it right there. It pushes the plunger up and allows the liquid to travel down. And now you can see the photo black ink is filling up. So the yellow does actually let us see how much is left, and it is pretty much right at that line. How full were they to begin with? Of that, I am not certain. All right, so we are filled up and ready to rock and roll. As you can see, no ink on my hands. That's nice and clean operation. Everything worked perfectly. Okay, one thing that I'm not crazy about is the paper tray here. It closes, but like, it's not flush. It's like it could be, but it comes back out, and that's, just a silly little thing. And I don't know, maybe, yeah, I'm not sure, but there's nothing there obstructing it from closing nice and flush. So I'm not sure about that. Just a little silly thing, but that bothers me a little bit. We go through first time setup here. I'm gonna do an alignment, and it's gonna print off the numbers. This is step number 2. The first step is this guy, and it has to tell you which one is the most aligned. You select it on the screen. So right now I'm on number 7 of this test, which is this guy, and it's just saying select the number that corresponds to the one with the least amount of streaks. So 7's pretty streaky. 6, yeah, I can see him. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's pretty clear, no streaks. So we're just gonna go over here and we're gonna put number 1 on this and proceed and just keep on. All right, now I moved on to the next alignment test, and at a glance all these can kind of look the same, but if you get really close, and you might need like a magnifying glass, you see how the top half of that one is just a little skew. You can see where the middle meets. The top half is a little more left than the right, so that's what we're doing here. And as you can see, as we get over to numbers 6 and 7, those are pretty crisp and clean. I guess 5 is too, and maybe 6 is just a hair to the right, so maybe 5 is our guy. Sorry to bore you with more alignment stuff, but this one wants us to choose the rectangles that are not separated or overlapped. And you can see there's like a little line in the middle. None of these are separated. So then the question becomes, are they overlapped? And it just seems like that's gonna be hard to tell. These all look good to me. All right, I'll pick one. After looking a little closer, I think when you can see that line, that suggests that there's overlap because it is more opaque. You can see that there's like a faint line there. I'm not even sure if the camera's picking that up. But 4 looks like we're nice and crisp and no line. Here you can kind of see a clearish line that goes through the middle. This one too, you can kind of see that distinguished line in the middle, and this one to a greater degree. So I think 4 is our guy. Okay, we're gonna do our first photo print here with the new kitten, Sunny. So it's printing now, and we'll see how it looks. All right, so this is unfortunate. I wanted to do a test that I've had with other printers in the past, and I left my regular printer paper in there and then put a sheet of glossy on the top. And the printer has grabbed both sheets and printed on the regular paper. So this looks terrible. So not only have I wasted ink and paper and time, I was expecting more, I guess. I was expecting it to be able to only pull the glossy sheet. So I'll do a reprint and only load glossy in there. Another note, after a print, you may be compelled to push this tray in. Don't push it, it's mechanical. So there's a button over here, output tray. You press that guy and it'll pull it in for you. All right, here we are. So, looks great. Looks really good. The only things that I changed when I went to print was I selected that it was a glossy photo paper and I did high quality for the print output. Now, because of that, this print took about 3 minutes to complete. 3 minutes. But very happy with it. Let's take it over here. So this is the print, and there's the picture. And obviously, you know, this is on a camera and not a perfectly lit room. But I suppose maybe it's darker. But also, you know, this is a monitor, the screen's backlit. I'm not sure what the brightness settings are, but I'm very happy with it. I think it looks great.